John chapter 2, verses 23 to 25. Because of the miraculous signs Jesus did in Jerusalem at the Passover celebration, many began to trust in him. But Jesus didn't trust them because he knew all about people. No one needed to tell him about human nature, for he knew what was in each person's heart. I am the many people. A miracle was done and I believed and I trusted, and I thought that was enough for God to trust me. I assumed it was enough for the trust to be reciprocated, but it wasn't, because God still knew my heart just like how he knew theirs. And like he knew I would, I fell short. When the miracles dried up and wasn't flowing anymore and life wasn't going the way I wanted it to, I started to fall off and flake. All of a sudden I had no time for Jesus, no time to hang with him and get to know him better. I wonder how the Lord felt and feels knowing he came through and continues to come through for people, knowing the vast majority of those people's hearts aren't for him for real and just want his hand and not himself. If I were Jesus, I can imagine it would break me. Send me in a spiral of open-ended, why don't they love me? And what else could I possibly do? Why does he keep showing up? Knowing he is hurting and will be hurt. I'm sure he wasn't impressed with their faith. I'm sure he wasn't impressed with mine. So why do it? I think he did it out of love and maybe a little pity. Understanding their and our limited comprehension of the necessity of honoring a holy God, knowing our limitations, he tossed humanity a bone, because even if hearts never become pure, at least he can spread some form of happiness. At least he can see us smile and see us happy, even though he knows we will betray him. That sounds like the kind of love that surpasses understanding. To give your best to someone who you desperately long to have with you, knowing they don't see the value of that love and that they won't stay. Thank God I'm not God, and thank God that he is, because even though these are just thoughts and assumptions and drawn conclusions, the truth can't be easier to swallow than this. All praise.